All right, we doing it. Let's get the sound effect.
I'm thinking all
Okay, Anime, if you would give me that war horn, please. Oh man, listen. So, I mean, I've been running into this for years. But we have people in our community that want a relationship without the 3 R's. Now, let's go through the 3 R's. We got to talk about the 3 R's so that people can be clear on the 3 R's. 3 R's are 1, respect. The other one is responsibility. The third R is reciprocity. Respect, responsibility, reciprocity. Now, if you don't have those in your Gye-Nyame and you're in a relationship, whether it's with an individual, whether it's with a group, whether it's with an organization, if you are not in a relationship with those 3 things that's going on between you and the other, you need to run for your life, right? Because right now, black folks have been taught to have a relationship without those 3 things. See, when you are in a relationship without those 3 things, you are in a slavery type relationship. You are enslaved, right? When you are in a relationship where there is no reciprocity, where there's no respect, where there's no responsibility. When you are dealing with the opposites of those, you are enslaved, right? That's the only type of relationship or the only type of bonds that will hold somebody like that, because you have to use force when you ain't doing that type, when you ain't practicing these. You have to basically chain the person to you through either actual physical chains or shame, blame, and guilt. You understand what I'm saying? You're holding hostages. You know what I'm saying? You're a terrorist. If you're trying to have a relationship without these 3 things, you're a goddamn terrorist. You're a slave master. You're a tyrant, right? And these type of people, we got to get up out of our circles. They cannot exist in our inner circles. There's no way that we could build a village. There's no way that we could build a tribe. There's no way that you could build a family with these type of individuals. People that want relationships without responsibilities. People who want all the acclaim of the relationship, but they don't want to take on one of the legs. They don't want to take on the 3 legs of the stool, right? They want you holding up the stool. They don't want to use these 3 principles to help hold the stool up. They want your ass to be holding up the stool while they sit their fat ass up on the stool and you struggling, trying to support it and hold it up. I didn't even start the timer. Let me get my timer going, right? Got the timer going. I got so excited about doing this, I didn't even turn on the timer. So that means we got an extra 3 minutes because I was going. But anyway, family, listen. It's very important that when you seek relationships, right? When you start talking about relationships, you got to start talking about these 3 R's, right? Whether it's relationships between organizations, whether it's relationships between individuals and organizations, or whether it's relationships between individuals and individuals. There has to be these 3 legs. Respect. Learning to look at somebody again. Learning to look at something again. Learning to review something. To take the time. You know what I'm saying? The currency of respect is time. Right? You got to take the time to understand and to really look at the individual. And not just look at them with your eyes. Look at them with your ears. That means really listen to them. Feel what's going on with them. That takes time. The currency of respect is time. And a lot of us, we are involved in relationships with motherfuckers don't want to give us the time that's required. Right? They want immediate growth. They want immediate progress. They want immediate success. Where you get that at? Other than a goddamn plantation. That respect has to be there. That first R, the respect. Do you see me? Can you see me? Do you see what it is I need? And can I see your needs? And are we in a relationship where we exchanging goods? See, because when you have individuals who have come up out of an oppressive situation, they have been trained and used to relationships where they are the holders of the stool, not these principles. See, the relationship we came out of in America as black folks, those of us that have been here generation after generation, is that we have been holding up the stool. The relationship we have is based on force and is not based on principle. So we move out if we have not done healing, if we have not done the inner work, if we have not explored, if we have not learned our history, we move out and we start demanding the type of relationships where it requires oppression. Oppression has no respect. It don't have time for you to learn. It don't have time for you to grow. It don't have time for you to change. Oppression does not have time for the other principles. I want you to hold the stool. I want you to do everything. That's what it's about. Then we move to the next one, responsibility. Oh my God, oh my God. We got so many people in our community that's running from the responsibility of relationship. They don't even want to have a responsibility for the community. This is why I keep on saying, see, when you start talking about staples and shit like that, this means that the community got to take responsibility. This means that whatever the staple is, I have the responsibility to not purchase this from anybody but us. When you start applying responsibility, right, to a group of individuals that are used to oppression, my relationships are done by oppression. I will beat the fuck out of you. That's my relationship with you, right? You better hold the goddamn stool. You better hold the position. I don't have to have responsibility for you. You have to have responsibility for me. And that's it. You are responsible for me. I can let everything around the world crumble when it comes to you, but you better not let me fall. We start talking and we get serious and we really start to understand, we see why we can't build shit in our community, because we got people running around not even understanding the first two R's of relationship. Not even understanding it. Matter of fact, don't even care about it. Right? Now understanding how oppression shapes how we deal with each other. Right? Shapes the relationship between men and women. Shapes the relationship between organizations. We don't understand, we don't care, we don't have to care, brother, how Tim is stupid. You stupid for bringing it up. No, I'm just trying to make sure that we are able to build, because I'm into tribe. I'm into tribes. Tribes require relationships, right? True wealth, at least from our perspective on how we see the world, requires relationships. And if I am going to build and actually be spiritual, because in Gye-Nyame we talk about that spirituality is about what? What is it about? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? I'm preaching to the choir right now. This is what we usually do here, Jim. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sorry, choir. Spirituality is about what? We got all these spiritual motherfuckers running around with turbans and shit. We got these spiritual motherfuckers running around with funny hats and funny mustaches. We got these spiritual motherfuckers that are able to fast and just eat vegan food and shit, but they don't understand the true foundations of spirituality. And the true idea of spirituality is relationships, and a relationship is held up by 3 R's. We cover 2 of them right here on Gye-Nyame Journey. Man, I'm above the curve. I'm beyond the curve. You're not even ready to. A lot of y'all not even ready even to deal with what we're talking about here. You know what I'm saying? So going to the gossip blogs, going to all that. You ain't even ready for it. And the last one, and I ain't gonna say the most important because they all important. Respect, responsibility, reciprocity. Oh man, a lot of people really don't like dealing with this one, right? Because I have to return something When you give me something of value, I have to return something to you. But no, see, because we deal with oppression, this is where what really showed me that we are still dealing with oppression in our personal lives. We still have not come to grips with what we came out of, right? Because in an oppressive relationship, in a slave and master relationship, there is no reciprocity. The master gets all the benefits. And this is what a lot of us are striving to get. I want to get all the benefit from any interaction I have with anybody around me. Nobody else should be able to grow. Nobody else should be able to shine. Nobody else should be able to bloom but me. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. Right? This is what I'm saying, right? So now, we got all these spiritual people who don't even understand that spirituality is about relationships. And it's not just about your relationship with God, it's about the relationships around you, because those relationships that's going on around you reveal to the world who you really are. So if you are by yourself, if you are isolated, regardless of how many followers you got, then your whole spiritual system is bullshit. How many good relationships you got? How many people have you helped ascended personally? How many people can interact with you and feel good, not just in awe of you, but actually leave your presence feeling good, feeling healed, feeling as if they have moved to another level? Y'all not ready for me. Y'all not ready for Gye-Nyame. Right? Maybe we might need to pull back, Kwame. Maybe we might need to go and pull back, Miss Tracy. Maybe we might need to go and just, let them go and just go and just talk about the WAP and shit. Maybe we should just let them go and maybe we should just go on off into our own corner and build our own world, right? Because they're not ready for this. You know what I'm saying? They rather be dealing with stupid shit. They want fuckery and bitchcraft. We don't have that here, Gye-Nyame. We had an antidote. You understand what I'm saying? We got the antidote. So relationship, when we talk about relationship, you got those 3 R's: respect, responsibility, and reciprocity. And the question that I want you to ponder, I want you to think about hard, is how many of them do you have operating in your relationship right now? And I'm going to just say, anime, if you could, baby. Warhorn has been sounded. Where my choir at? Come on now.
I'm thinking all the time.
Goddamn right, I'm thinking all the time. And as we say in Gye-Nyame, class dismissed. Now get the hell up out my classroom. All right. All right, that